this Whiteboard Leadership moment, I want to talk about the effect of environment on learning. And when I say environment, I'm not talking about the room or the space, which is important, but I'm talking about this tension between grace and truth. A whole lot of people in the world are very grace-oriented and others are truth-oriented. But it's important that Jesus was full of grace and truth, and our disciples have an experience in an environment that's full of grace and truth. They're not just encouraged, they're taught. They're not just challenged, they're loved. And so this tension is really, really important. Because here's what happens. If you have an environment that is low in grace and low in truth, then you have a bored bystander. They don't know what they're supposed to do, where they're supposed to head, how to take the truth they have and move forward in it. It's going to be a bored bystander, and they're going to be stagnant in their faith. But if there's too much grace and not enough truth, you've got these cozy consumers who are just, love on me, care for me, take care of me, and really all they're going to think about is themselves. If they're not full of truth, full of scripture about how we live for something bigger than ourselves and how we're supposed to lay down our lives for our friends and how we're supposed to serve others and all the truths that are from scripture, then we're going to have an apathetic group that just says, feed me, feed me, feed me. They're going to be consumers. And then in this corner, conversely, if all they hear is truth, they're going to be guilt-ridden. They're going to be stressed. They're going to be overwhelmed workers. They have the truth. They know what they're supposed to do, but there's no encouragement. There's no grace. There's no mercy. There's no kindness. And it's just not a great environment just to be full of truth, but not to be full of grace. The best place to be is where Jesus was, full of grace and truth. And when you create an environment for people where they are encouraged in their faith, they're also informed in their faith, where they know the truth of Scripture and they have the grace to make mistakes as they move forward in their relationships and their responsibilities in their evangelism and establishing the faith and those kind of things. And what you have is you have dynamic disciples who are going to be growing for the rest of their lives. I encourage you to look at the environment of your teaching. Is it full of grace, full of truth, or full of both? And if so, you'll have dynamic disciples coming out of that group as you challenge them to walk with Christ and you encourage them in their relationship with Jesus. This has been a Converge Whiteboard Leadership Moment. To learn more about Converge or to join us, check out converge.org.